Hello, Victor Nygren here. This is Wrath of the Norsemen, the Grand Campaign. It's a WIP, work in progress. I am not finished. Also Horsa, a user from Total War Center, is also part of the development team. He created the whole map and made a lot of the changes, such as implemented all the entries for the new factions. It's 10 new factions. And then he has changed the entire menu and stuff. And I implemented actual unit rosters, have done a lot of campaign map changes, added the music from original WotN the Baltic and the TLK WotN, Last Kingdom, Wrath of the Norsemen expansion. And I've done a lot of stuff too, but I'm not pleased with the stability of the mod. Probably the mod will not be 100% stable even when it's finished in its first release, because it has an issue and I don't know how to fix it. It's like you can play the campaign, no problems. It won't crash in the battles. I have had it freeze once or twice, but that's very rare. However, it will CTD on the strat map when clicking next turn, but it isn't a fatal CTD, because whenever you restart the mod you can still continue to play, so it doesn't happen again directly after. So basically you can play it and then it crash, and then you start it up and then you can continue. The problem is that it crashes way too often, like you can play 40, 50 turns without a crash, but then after the crash has happened, then you can only play like 5 turns and then it will crash again, and then maybe 10 turns and then it will crash, and then maybe 3 turns and then it will crash. So it crashes too often, that's the problem, and I don't know how to fix that. But because you can just restart it and continue playing for some turns, it's still playable in the sense that you will always be able to start it up and continue to play. But if you are playing a let's play, it will be very hard to do that, because the crashes are too frequent, and it will be annoying if you record stuff and you have to restart the game like each fifth turn. That's too often. I hope someone else will be able to fix that in the future, but yeah, the original, the Baltic, were very stable, but after changing the map and stuff, which Horsa took care of, I believe the game ended up less stable, and I don't know how to fix that issue. I have tried, but for one, I removed the Pope faction and made East Francia and West Francia based on others than the Pope, but it didn't help. I managed to remove the constant CTD that happened each time at the same turn, but I didn't manage to remove the CTD that happens too frequently. Anyway, here are the factions. We have the Prusy, an old faction. Of course, all the descriptions aren't updated. This is the new map, way bigger. Factions are not balanced, so it wouldn't be any fun to play. I have played a campaign again as the Roman Empire, Imperium Romanorum, but because of the non-balanced factions, I believe they were way too powerful, as like their militia units may have better stats than other factions' elite units and stuff like that. So all that needs to be fixed, and then when it comes to different factions, I'm not pleased with their current status. I want some units to be removed entirely from the mod and others to be added. The factions of the new mod is the Prusy here. It's the Polani, basically what came before Poland over here. It's the Velka Morava faction here, Greater Moravia. It's the Danelagen, or the Danelaw over here. It's the Gwynedd faction or Gynet. It's the Muma here or Munster. It's the West Francia faction. It's the Westsaxna or Wessex faction. It's the Kersey. It's the Friesland faction. It's the Gotlandi faction. It's the Nordveger faction, basically United Norway. It's the Gotlandi faction. It's the Nordmother or Normandy faction. It's the Quenland faction. It's the Imperium Romanorum, which has areas here in Venice or here in Crimea and another area here. And then it's the Gardarki Ras, basically the Kievan Ras, but their name was Gardarki before they became Kievan Ras.